Oh snap. Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 opinions. Welcome to the video. The following video is for adults only. Family members and the immature beware. Final warning. You have been repeatedly warned. Okay, here goes. How to injaculate. How to power up. The best Nofap hack. How to have an internal rolling orgasm for minutes. No external ejaculation. When this first happened to me, I couldn't believe that people weren't screaming from the rooftops that it was real and people should be doing it. It is amazing. It is the best hack to succeed with Nofap. I will tell the story of my first time, and I will give a lesson on how to do it at the same time. I will start from the beginning, but a little background first. I've been trying to quit PMO for 5+ years now, and I'm slowly gaining ground. I got really good at getting close to ejacking, but then not, because I knew I didn't want to start my day counter again, and I knew that nutting is a waste of energy and not a good move for succeeding with Nofap. I also got good at separating myself from the prawn and realizing that I wasn't there and that this scenario is not what I want in real life. Basically, I beat back the prawn's grip on my mentality, and I was able to reject it more and more, especially when it came to actually reaching the point of climax. But watching prawn and edging leads to watching more prawn and building up such a desire to burst that you either have a WD that night, or a wet dream, or you kind of vomit it up with a half chub as you try to resist it. Or you just give in and let it fly. Let it fly. It's terrible. Don't watch prawn at all, unless maybe you are doing ejaculation. But as I went, I was able to watch less and less and edge less and less. I could piece together consistent long weeks of no PMO. I was slowly healing. Okay, I'm gonna tell the story now. Share this video with anyone who you think should try ejaculation/powering up. So I worked out on the first day I did this. I have a cold. Abs and bench and curls and rows, and I was pretty hungry, like I hadn't eaten dinner yet. Of course, I had an apple and a banana and protein after working out though. Also, I was on a streak of like 10-ish, 11-ish days of no ejac at all, and rarely watched prawn during those days. Those 3 things are very helpful to successfully ejaculate, so try and have those things as a base. Be literally hungry, be kind of sore from working out, and put together a good Nofap/no prawn streak of at least a week. So I was watching prawn, and for whatever reason I thought this video was super hot. But I just watched the video casually and didn't touch myself because I knew I didn't want to nut and blow my streak. And I was better at realizing that I'm just looking at pixels on a screen, and that is not how/where I want to actually spend my sexual energy. But I was still thinking it was really hot, and I could feel the desire inside my balls dancing around like crazy. But I was pretty good at not reaching that ejac climax at this point. So I closed my laptop and just calmly breathed in and out and kind of just enjoyed it a little bit. That video had made me feel so close to ejacking, but yet I was able to maintain my streak and not ejac. I congratulated myself a little bit, however. I knew that I was still, I knew that I was on a long streak, and I was just teeming with sexual energy ready to explode. I thought for sure I would have a massive wet dream that night, and I would spill out a ton of energy and hormones and calories, etc. And I probably would have. Okay, this is where it gets good. I remembered hearing about people who can ejaculate and circulate their sexual energy around their body, up their back as they inhale, and down the front as they exhale. I sat up on my bed at maybe like 150 degrees or something, okay? Not sitting straight up and down, but not lean back completely. So I just started breathing up my back and down my front, and I imagined that as the breath passed through my balls and up and around my body, that it slowly began to carry semen and sexual energy with it. A lot of dudes, I think, when they jerk off or ejac, their brain is mostly on their penis, and then the balls come into focus during the ejac, but mainly the dick is where our attention is at when normal ejaculation is occurring. This is different. At this moment, my dick was not hard, but my balls were excited. Use your brain to focus on your balls. Grip your balls with your brain. And while you continuously circulate, all while you continuously circulate the stream of breath and energy. Combine that with, you know that muscle that you can use to stop yourself from peeing? You know that, right? Well, mentally use that same muscle and thought process of stopping yourself from peeing. If you have to, you can block off that pathway. And you can block off that pathway for when the ejaculation is circulating and or exploding from your balls into your muscles. Okay? Now there's a mechanical way to do this, like you press up on yourself, but I've never done that, and I wouldn't recommend it. Just use your brain. Don't use the mechanical blocking of the pathway. Just use your brain to squeeze the muscle of like stopping yourself from peeing. Okay? Also, flex your abs. I have years under my belt of training my abs using abdominal assault on YouTube. I highly recommend it. I don't really know why, but flexing my abs always seems to make the ejaculation more calm and in control and work better. But also you want to be kind of relaxed in your pelvic floor region. You are orgasming, so you don't want to be super tense. You want long, calming breaths. Finally, and this might be one of the more difficult parts, you have to give the ejaculation a purpose. When I first did this, the purpose was very clear. I wanted to retain the built-up semen that I had worked hard for during my Nofap streak, and I wanted to use those nutrients and that power for recovery for my muscles, because I worked out that day. Also, I imagined I was powering up like in Dragon Ball. My power level was rising in my imagination. I felt like I was powering up over 1,000 at least. Dead serious. But now that I've done it a bunch of times, I sometimes think about my brain. Like I send the energy there to heal it, or just to have a good feeling there, or after I go running, I think about healing or / recovering my lungs, and that works. But it's really a whole body thing once it's really circulating. But having a clear purpose and using your imagination and having a true belief in what is happening and that it's real will be very important to your success. And no, this isn't self-hypnosis. That's what I thought when I was first hearing about this years ago. This is really circulating your semen around your body and powering yourself up. You feel it clearly in your balls as something is leaving it, almost like it feels like when you ejac through your dingus. And you feel orgasmic bliss, without anything but a little pre-cum coming out after. And you'll know it's really happening if you stay calm and keep circulating, and you imagine you are nutting into your stream of circulating energy, and you will feel orgasmic bliss. So that's basically it. After I did this the first time, I told some people about it, and I looked up some people on the internet about these things. Check out Sexual Kung Fu on YouTube. But in all honesty, the above video is all you need to succeed with powering up and ejaculating successfully. But I have a feeling though that I may be just on the tip of the iceberg, because imagine if I had a successful no ejac streak for like 50 days, and then tried powering up with a real girl in front of me, / maybe if I got a little more serious with her, then I might be in a much higher realm of pleasure. The best part about all of this is that men can have multiple rolling internal orgasms and retain their semen at the same time. This technique can be applied to relationships with females as well. Hour-long sexual adventures await. Okay, so I want to give a review on how to do this. Number 1, get a good streak of Nofap and no prawn together, like around a week or so for best results. Number 2, be literally hungry and have worked out that day. Number 3, sit up on a couch or on a bed. I like to put my feet foot palm to foot palm, so I'm symmetrical. Number 4, maybe watch a bit of prawn or have a girl strip for you. Although this is not required, I find it helps. Having said that, this is a very fine line to walk as we are breaking from our prawn addiction. Remember that PMO, prawn masturbation orgasm, is one of the worst things for your Nofap and or semen retention journey. Having said that, once you feel pretty excited, or once you feel like you have tapped into your sexual energy and you are ready to circulate it, close down the prawn you are watching. I repeat, close the prawn down before you are ready to really ejaculate. Stop looking at it. This helps you a lot because you send a more clear message to your body about what you want to do with your semen. You want to keep it, and you have more ability to focus and control yourself. Number 5, give your energy a purpose, like powering up your energy and healing your muscles and brain and organs, and then circulate that energy up your spine and down your front, but in a continuous stream, meaning when it goes up your back when you inhale, it is also going down your front in a connected circle. So, same when you exhale. It's also, get it? Okay. Number 6, flex your abs semi-solidly. Grip your balls with your mind, but be kind of calm and have a reflexed pelvic floor. Shut off the path to your dick by using the stopping peeing muscle, and then flex your muscles at like 70%, imagining the energy flowing into your muscles and organs and brain and healing them and powering you up. Number 7, all of this all while being mindful of the breath and the stream of energy powered by the circulation of the breath. And the circulation is controlled by your mind. Your imagination and belief that it is real actually helps. Imagine it's a conveyor belt or like a small tube of energy spinning around, but you have to keep control and focus. So there are a lot of things to be thinking about all at once, but you can do it. And then once you start to circulate and you start ejaculating fat loads into your muscles, you might have to calm yourself down a bit. Remember to keep your abs and muscles kind of flexed and still with the relaxed pelvic floor. And of course, remember the circulation of energy. But just kind of calm yourself down, and then you can exit the rolling internal orgasms powering you up. If done right, maybe some probably pre-cum will come out if you do it right. But you have not ejaculated. And you have released the pressure or excitement of your sexual energy by giving it a new purpose and using those nutrients elsewhere, temporarily at least. This is the best Nofap hack so you don't have a wet dream, and then you can extend your Nofap streak. This technique is one of the most powerful MGTOW things ever. And if lots of MGTOW started doing this and talking about this, oh man, people would start talking about it. Women might have to compete with ejaculation. And the fact that they are not the only ones who can have multiple rolling whole body ecstasy. You can definitely tell when it's working, but don't rush it. Take your time. Saiyan MGTOW here with over 9,000 thank yous for watching the video. What a doozy.